Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Hazbin Hotel has been okay. I would give it, just an okay rating. It's not horrible. It's not amazing. But it got renewed, I guess, for 2 more seasons. But let's be honest here. 7, 8 episodes is not a season. I grew up where 26 episodes was a season. Now we're talking 3. Sometimes there's shows with 4 episodes is a season. Nah. That is not a season. Even let's say they get up to 16 episodes, that's still not a season to me. So I still think they're still in season 1. This is a video about what I want to see. What do I want to happen with this storyline? I would, starting off, just overall things I would like: more consistent animation. There's times where the animation is really, really good. Then there's times where it's bad, where even it looks like they weren't even following the character sheets, where characters got smaller. They looked shorter. For some reason, everyone just kind of got, because everyone's supposed to be kind of lanky, very, the art style in the show is very, everyone's kind of slender man-ish, where they're very, very tiny waist, very long legs. Then there's times where they look more squat, and I'm like, what's going on? So just consistent animation. Don't go cheap on 3 episodes just so you can go overboard on a season finale. I'd rather have completely consistent animation all the way through than just a couple of good episodes of great animation. So that's something I would like to see. More thought and planned out episodes, where if you only have 8 episodes, you really can't do good character arcs. Things begin and end super quick, and there's no build up. There's nothing there. You had Vaggie, who used to be an angel, and that was a big secret that you have to be really dumb not to get that. But we have Charlie, who's all super upset about it, but it gets fixed within an episode. Just 1 episode later, it's all fixed. That's what happens when you only have 8 episodes. You can't let anything cook. You can't let anything bake and let that just become a story plot point. It's just here, it's there, oh, it's fixed. We need more episodes if we're going to have real character arcs. You can tell a good story in 8 episodes, but when you have this many characters and this many little plot lines and things, and you have to establish the world and the connections, it's really, really tough to do it in 8 episodes. So if we're going to do a short season, we need a better plan, a better workflow of how this is going to come out. A plots and B plots, this kind of plays into that. With 8 episodes, we got to drop the crappy stupid B plots that have nothing to do with anything. Even that first episode where they're trying to make a commercial, it means nothing. It's not even funny. That's the thing. If you're going to do a funny, silly B plot, it's got to be hilarious. And this show only made me laugh maybe 2 or 3 times. Whereas that was an excellent joke. Most of the jokes aren't funny. Most of the jokes are just how many people that I'm going to have sex with and how many times can I say the F word. It gets really stale really fast. But the A plot, B plot needs to go away. They just need to focus on one plot line. If you're going to make it a story about Angel, it needs to be about Angel. Going to story about Charlie, it needs to be about Charlie. We don't need to keep cutting back to something stupid that has nothing to do with anything like that. That whole commercial, which we don't even get to see the commercial. That's how stupid that whole storyline was. Now, let's talk about characters. Where do you go with Charlie? Charlie made a deal with Alastor, so that's interesting. Everything that's interesting about the show revolves around Alastor, because Charlie is already the perfect version of herself. There's nothing about her that could change. She's already cares about people. She's already a good person. She already loves everybody. So where's her room for growth? I guess being more assertive. But that's not really growth. That's just wish fulfillment, oh, I'm already this amazing person. Now I just need to be more outgoing with how amazing I am. Charlie is not interesting. because there's nowhere she can go. She's not struggling with anything. She's not, like I said, the only thing she struggles with is getting everyone else on her page. And that seems to be a ongoing thing that's in a lot of media nowadays with female characters. They're already perfect, and their major conflict is that everyone else in the world doesn't understand how perfect they are. That's their conflict. I don't like that. It's lame. I don't know what you do with Charlie. They already made her perfect. Then you have Vaggie. She had that struggle with, the lie of her being, and it's a lie of omission, which is still a lie. But then you just have her and Charlie together. Okay, they already love each other. They already understand each other. You had your big conflict that resolved in one episode. What other conflict could there possibly be? She doesn't have eyes for anyone else. She isn't like, where she's like, oh, there's other people I like being with. No, she's already 100% with Charlie. There's no growth there. Her character arc is dead. Her and Charlie's characters, as for growth wise, there is none. Zero. Except for she becomes more badass. That's that same lame female character development that we get in a lot of shows, and this one is sadly one of those shows. So their characters are awash. Nothing can happen with them. Get Dust. I don't know what I would do. Like, we can learn more about their past, which could be nice. Sometimes in life, the mystery's better than knowing. Like, sometimes you don't need to know how the hot dogs are made, and things can get ruined. But we don't know so he's a gambler, had a gambling problem. But who was he when he was alive, when he was human? What was his life like? Did he live in the past? Was he like, in the 1700s? Or was he from 2001? Like, we don't know any of these timelines with any of these characters. But he is interesting because we don't know. And once we do know, will he be as interesting? See, unlike Charlie and Vaggie's problem, where we don't need to know anything about them because we already know they're perfect, Dust is already super flawed. But he has a big heart. And so that's pretty much true with all the characters. They're flawed, but they have a big heart, except for Vaggie and Charlie, where they already have big hearts and they're not flawed. But what do we do? See, this is what happens when, again, it comes back to the short season length. You have 8 episodes. Do you take a whole episode and give it to him where it doesn't build up to anything except for us knowing about his past? And that really doesn't matter because he's really not a main character. But that would be nice if you had 20 episodes when you can dedicate 5 or 6 episodes to background stuff where we're like, oh, we learn more about the world, learn more about the characters. But I like Dust. I like that he cares about Angel and doesn't want him to go down this like destructive path because he knows what that's like. I do like that friendship. And again, friendship. That's, people get a problem with Angel where this is not just Angel's problem. This is fandom's problem, where two characters can never just be good friends. They always have to be doing it. They always have to be in a sexual relationship. How about, since the life that Angel lives, he needs just regular friends, not F buddies, because he has plenty of those. He's a porn star, so he doesn't need to have sex in his life. He needs less of that. He needs real, honest connections. And I think he can have that connection with Dust where it's just another guy. Hey, he makes his drinks, they hang out, they have fun, and he realizes, wow, there's an actual human being out there, another soul out there that cares about me and doesn't want to F me, doesn't want me for drugs, doesn't want me for the fame and fortune. He actually cares about me as a person. And that means a lot to someone like Angel, where he doesn't get that from many. All the sources of his come from people in his industry, which is awful. And then jump into Angel. He had really hit that one good episode. It's probably the best episode in the series, is when he, we see the tragedy of his life, the addiction, the being addicted to sex, being addicted to drugs, being addicted to the abuse, where you have this whole, why do they stay? That is a question that is so multifaceted, and it's super complex. It's simple, because why would someone stay in a situation where they're getting hurt? But the human soul, it is a very complicated thing. And I do like how they showed a lot of that, where it would show him enjoying what he was doing, and there was obviously times where he was not enjoying what was happening to him, but he kept doing it because sometimes we're used to we get used to the price we pay. And I like that. That was such a good character moment for him. But again, with only 8 episodes, you have to pick and choose what characters you grow with 8 episodes. Like Angel, I want to see him make more friendship steps where I know he likes to like always joke around with like, hey, I'll go do this and this to you in the bedroom. Dust has already explained to him that he doesn't like that. He doesn't think that's funny. He doesn't enjoy that kind of it's an abuse. So hopefully Angel stops doing that, especially to the people that explained to him, expressed to him personally, hey man, can you, lay off on all the gay jokes and just, we can just be friends. I do want to see that friendship grow. I do like how Angel saved that little egg guy, the little egg minion in the last episode. It shows you that he cares about other people, especially someone like that, where they're like throwaway people. No one cares about the egg guys, but he went out of his way to save him. Super cool. I want to see more of that growth from Angel to where he starts to value other people's lives more than his own, which kind of happened to Serpentis. That's why he went to heaven. So this whole growth of becoming redeemed can happen. I do like that. I want him to get away from Valentino. I know that's like a huge thing, but he's under contract. Can anyone explain to me why they can't just kill these people? Why can't the devil or Charlie just go in there and just kill these people? I know like in real life that can't happen, but this is hell and he's the ruler of hell. There's no reason why he can't. No one has ever explained to me why that can't happen except for story reasons where, you have to do it because it's a TV show. But it just seems really weird to me that Charlie can't be like, hey, I'm the going to be the next ruler of hell. I own this, what are you going to do? You're going to kill me? You're going to fight me? Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, especially to save her friend. Or break the contract, pay him off, do whatever you got to do, but I would just kill him. Then again, I can't remember the little maid's name because she's so insignificant that it means nothing. Do I even want to know this character's story? I don't think I do. I don't care. She's not funny. It's really weird. It kind of has like an Invader Zim feel to it to me personally, and it's just in a not funny way. Don't care about that character. If anything happens with her, whatever. Who cares? Alastor, again, the most interesting character in the whole entire show, bar none. Doesn't even come close. What is this guy's deal? You got a little bit of the backstory about how he just showed up in hell and he was this really powerful dude. And obviously he was like a radio host back. From what I understand, what I am told is that it was like during the Great Depression and he like loved all that death and mayhem, people killing themselves, losing all their money. He enjoyed the suffering of other people and he would report on it. And that was like his thing. I've heard things where he was also a serial killer. I don't know what exactly is the actual canon of his character, except for he's radio based. Who did he make a deal with? We never see this person. We only hear about it. So he has chains on Dust. He has chains on Charlie now. Charlie, you owe me a favor. Not necessarily a full-blown contract, but has her on the line for a favor. But who has Alastor on the chain? Who could that be? People were telling me that the devil and Lucifer and Satan, like they're all different people. That would be so stupid. But he's so powerful. Who has him on a short leash? That's interesting. But here the same thing I said about Dust. Will it be as interesting if we know the mystery? Is it better because it's mysterious? I like Alastor. I do want to know, but I'm always afraid to take a peek behind the curtain. Once we find out the Wizard of Oz is just some guy, it destroys the mystique of the wizard, right? So is that going to happen? That's always the big fear of mine, of like when you learn more about a character, does it ruin the character? Would it have been better just to leave it as a mystery? I do like Alastor. Those other like I don't want to say they're not gods. They have their demon lords or whatever. They have all these like, it's just weird because there's that one guy who seems very old. He was like a spider guy. He seems like he's from like the 1700s. Super, super old, the way he speaks and everything. Even older than that probably. But then you have like the people playing on their phones and they seem very new. I want to know more about how this world works, and it just seems that there's a lot going on here. And the world building of hell is very mishmashed and it's just slapped together, and then you have like just certain areas. Oh, there's Cannibal Town, and so who decided? Like, it's weird. Like, everything just kind of just became its own little sections. People telling me there's different levels of hell, so it's like Dante's Inferno. But then we don't see any of that in this show, because I know the connection to Hell of a Boss, and that's like, are they on a different level of hell? Like, you don't see these characters ever interact with each other. You think, the extermination is coming down, like the Hell of a Boss people be like, oh wow, maybe hope we don't get caught in that. I don't watch that show. I find that show to be less interesting to me. I don't know. It just feels like a lot of daddy issues, and it's not about hell, and it's just about people being awful to each other. I don't know if that's a thing that I want to get into. I've watched like 2 episodes. I don't know. But the whole world building aspect of it, I don't know how to tie this all together to make it make any type of sense. But Alastor is such a pivotal character because we still don't know why he's doing what he's doing. Is it because he's bored? Is it because he wants us just to see what would happen? Like, oh, like an experiment of his? Like, oh. But since he has Charlie on the hook, I want to know what he plans to do with that, because I'm sure he wants to rule and have power, but he's no way he can usurp Lucifer. That's just not going to happen. He couldn't even beat Adam. Adam whooped him. And I thought that was kind of lame that he kind of got his butt kicked really easily. So there's no way he can stand up to Lucifer unless he uses his daughter against him and says, your daughter's mine. I can break her contract, but you have to give me more power. Maybe something like that. I want to see what's going to happen. Or maybe he can use Lucifer's influence to break whoever has chains on him. Like, oh, I'll let Charlie go if you can get this guy to let me go. That could be interesting. That could be a good storyline, depending who this other person is. Because where were they? Like, are they so powerful and omnipotent that they don't even care about the extermination stuff? Then you have all the other side characters, like the lady who made the weapons. Again, they make the weapons out of angel stuff that they leave behind. But like I said originally when I was doing my reviews, how big are these exterminations? How could they possibly have enough weapons to actually provide them to people, to like make bullets? Unless they like, you don't see, this is where I love the minutia of, especially when it comes like the weaponry and like how they fight. How much of an angel weapon needs to be in each bullet? Maybe it's just a sliver, and that's enough for it to like be powerful. So they can take one sword and make like 1,000 bullets out of one sword. Okay, then I can see if they had 1,000 swords, boom, they have 100,000 bullets. Okay, I get that. But do they have to literally shape the whole casing to look like it? Does it have to just be the projectile? See, I love all that kind of stuff. We'll never get that because the people who make the show don't care about those things the way that I do. Where do we go with these? Because I guess everyone's, from what I've read, that the television people, like those 3 people, so Valentino, the TV guy, and that other chick, they're going to be the main bad guys of like the next season. But like I said, why don't they just kill them? Like, who's stopping you? Who's preventing anyone from just going up there and killing them? Of course, the weaker demons will just get obliterated, but we have super powerful demons. What, like, why? Why not? Like, I don't, like, how powerful is Valentino, like, in a fight? I'm sure he has the big porn empire, and he's like important to like the economy of how the hell works, which is another mystery. Like, they have money, but like, who decides what the money's worth? What could he fight someone? Like, could he fight Alastor? Could that even be a thing? Like, I don't even know. It's such a weird thing because he's not like a violent fighter type character, like where you see Alastor do all this like cool stuff in a battle. I don't really see Valentino's more of a I hire people to come kill you kind of guy. So I don't know what you do with those villains and how to make them interesting when you can just kill them, because Lucifer just goes, okay, bye Charlie, I'll go make rubber duckies now, bye-bye, and he just doesn't ever do anything, never, am I crazy into thinking that it's weird that they have this literal ruler of hell and he kind of doesn't want to do anything? And people were telling me that there was some kind of contract, and I went back and watched the episodes, and it never specifically says exactly what Lucifer can and can't do. And the only thing it said is that hell-born people are spared because you can be born in hell. And But the ones that were used to be humans are fair game. So that's like the only thing that was said during the extermination. But now the exterminations are null and void, I guess, because Adam's dead. So let's talk about heaven. What do they do? There's no Jesus Christ, but there is Peter at the gate. So they have one of the apostles are there. So how can you have Peter without Jesus? They should have just left Peter out of this storyline and just said, okay, there's no Jesus Christ. There's none of that matters. But you threw an apostle in there. So that's just weird that there is no Jesus. There's no God, apparently. We haven't seen him. And I don't know what that's all about. What does heaven do now that Serpentis went up to heaven and so he was redeemed? So the experiment was found true. You can redeem his soul in hell to go to heaven. And I forget the little girl's name, like the basically the heaven version of Charlie. Her and then Sarah, the Seraphim lady. She saw it happen. It happened right in front of her, so she can't deny it. Is she going to silence that little girl? Is she going to not let this be known? Because even the people in heaven didn't know about the exterminations. Like they didn't even know that was a thing. So how much of the politics of heaven are going to be shown? Are they hiding things? Adam's dead. I mean, that's a huge thing. The other angels are going to be like, whoa, whatever happened to Adam? So I don't know how they handle this, because who's the authority in heaven? Because Jesus Christ is the authority in heaven. But we're going to just ignore that and just say it's the seraphim. I don't know. Like, if you do it that way, and they're shown to have already lied to the people of heaven, because remember during that whole courtroom scene, which was weird because it was like done like it was a trial. I don't know. But you saw the other angels like whispering to each other because they didn't understand, like, whoa, what do you mean this is happening? Like, so they're kept in the dark too. And I'm pretty sure that they don't like that. How are they going to handle that in heaven? I'm thinking the Seraphim lady is going to be more apprehensive, like, oh, this happened once, it can't happen again, or be very skeptical about it, or try to figure out a way that, oh, we must have been tricked or something, because I don't think she's going to believe it. But how do you keep that from everyone when the little Heaven Charlie, I don't know her name, that's what I'm going to call her, Heaven Charlie, is going to love this and tell everybody? How are they going to silence her? Unless I don't want anything bad to happen to her. She's really nice. Then we have Lilith, who's just hanging out on the beach. Well, she's evil, so she's a bad guy. And then we see the angel lady at the end, the other one, the second in command, who got her arm chopped off, where Vaggie should have just killed her, but whatever. It's funny how she didn't kill her, and then 10 seconds later, she was there to stop her from saving Charlie. Good idea, Vaggie. You did it. Oh, you need to go handle your girl. And I'm thinking, what? Like, what is she gonna do? It's odd, because is she in hell and just hanging out somewhere? See, what do you do with Lilith? They literally have nothing. Nothing at all with this character. So she can literally be anything. But I don't know, adding that character, again, if she cares about Charlie, which I don't think she does, or can she? She seems to be aloof, and she never even does or says anything. What do we do with that? And do the extermination start up again? But they can see that they can be beat, and Adam died. Is there any way she can go back up to heaven and be like, hey, well, I'm going to start another army so we can do another extermination? I don't know if they're going to be cool with that. I don't know if the other Seraphim are going to be cool with that idea. And even the whole concept of the extermination makes no sense, because they're like, oh, they're trying to keep the numbers down. But why? They can't get out of hell. Like, they can't get to heaven. Like, so what are they afraid of? Is there an expressway to heaven that any demon can just fly up to heaven and then start a fight? Like, they need to explain that. They need to show why that's even a thing. Unless they want to be like, the population of hell's too much and then they have to kill people, that would be a better reason. But I do remember the Seraphim lady saying something about she couldn't let hell get too powerful. But even if it's all powerful, what does that matter? They don't do anything. They just kill each other. It's like, if anyone's ever, played 40K, the rat people, they could kill everyone if they weren't too busy killing each other. If they weren't spending so much time killing each other, they could actually be a super formidable against everybody. But that's what it's like in hell. If these people could actually work together, but if they could work together, they wouldn't be in hell. But that's pretty much all the ideas I have. Is there anything anyone else could think of that they thought of in this show that they would like to see added to it? I really don't care about relationship stuff. I mean, the two characters that are in love with each other are in love. I don't want them to break up or anything like that. Charlie and Vaggie, whatever, they can be together. I don't want Angel to be with anybody because he needs to understand that not every relationship has to be a sexual one. And then you have the other characters, they just don't seem the type, like I don't see Alastor being with anybody. Dust is too much into like his own business, and it's just, I don't really see that aspect of it. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and share it around to all that cool YouTube stuff. I love you all. See you on the next one. Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.